To all of our guests, also known as our taste testers, what an exciting time and opportunity to be a part of this special edition for the Transportation Improvement Program, also known as the TIP. You are in for a special treat today. I am Paul Chance, the Public Involvement Officer for the Miami-Dade Transportation Planning Organization, also known as the TPO. I am your host, so you can call me Host Chance. You've heard of football kickoffs and business kickoffs and soccer kickoffs. This week, the Miami-Dade TPO kicks off the 45-day public review period for the TIP. Today, we'll introduce to you the TIP, we'll educate you on the TIP, and keep you engaged about upcoming transportation projects within the TIP while having lunch. Isn't that great? You probably are asking right now, what is the TIP? Essentially, this document includes improvement projects from the various local transportation agencies for the next 5 years. And it is updated every year as required by federal law. But don't worry, we will learn more about the TIP in a few minutes. Now, keep in mind, this is part 2 series with a total of 9 partner agencies, aka Transportation Partner Chefs. They will be discussing their upcoming projects in the TIP. Today, in part 1, we will hear from 4 of the Transportation Partner Chefs. And then on April 26th, for part 2, we will hear from 5 more transportation chefs. So save the date, April 26th, and we hope to see you at the next event. As stated earlier, we want to keep you involved with the TPO's transportation planning process while you enjoy your lunch. But no meal can be prepared without a master chef. Master Chef, come on down.
I'm here, Host Chance. I'm here. Hello. It's so great to be here today. I am interested. I'm so excited to understand our taste testers are going to learn about upcoming projects in the TIP and also have an opportunity to make comments and ask questions, Host Chance. This is like super exciting.
Yes, they can. But let's try to make it brief. Lunch is only so long.
Well, what if they have questions or comments after, the Taste of Transportation is concluded, after this event is concluded? What can they do?
Good question, Master Chef. Anyone can email us at information@mdtpo.org, or you can call us at 305-375-1888 until May 15th to provide comments on the TIP, which can be found at www.miamidadeTPO.org. So start getting those comments in now and help us spread the word. The TPO is looking forward to hearing from you. Okay. I know what you're thinking. I'm hungry. What's on the menu? Well, you are in for a fantastic lunch. We have 5 delicious items on the TIP menu today from 4 transportation partner chefs.
Wait a minute, Host Chance. How can you have 5 TIP menu items from only 4 chefs?
Good catch, TPO Master Chef. One of our transportation partners has 2 chefs today, which I'll explain a little bit later. As I was saying, each transportation partner chef will provide us with a small taste of their selected item for about 5 minutes. And as we go through the TIP menu, the TPO Master Chef will come out from the kitchen to share any questions or comments from our taste testers. That's you. You're the taste tester. So, if you have any questions or comments, use the question feature on your panel. Please include your name and email address so the appropriate agency can respond. TPO Master Chef, are you ready?
Yes, Host Chance, I have my notepad all ready.
And now, without further ado, on with the menu. The menu starts off with a scrumptious overview of the Miami-Dade TPO's TIP, making his debut on the Taste of Transportation. Let's welcome for the Miami-Dade TPO, Chris Rosenberg, who will tell us more about the TIP. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning. Thank you, Host Chance. My name is Chris Rosenberg, and I'm the Deputy Administrator for Transportation and Land Use at the Miami-Dade TPO. I'm very proud to welcome everyone to our inaugural Taste of Transportation, which today we're going to be reviewing the Transportation Improvement Program. This TIP covers fiscal years 2023 through 2027. The TIP, as Host Chance mentioned, is a federally and statutorily required document, and it lists all the major transportation improvements over the next 5 years. The TIP is the more immediate planning document that functions as the implementing plan for the 20-year long-range transportation plan. Joining me today are some of our executive chefs from our partner transportation agencies to give you a taste of their upcoming transportation efforts. The TIP draft, which is under public review right now, includes $1 billion in transportation improvements planned over the next 5 years. Or project changes can occur anytime during the year through document amendments. Host Chance has made this document available for public review and input on the website and has distributed brochures to all of our public libraries. Any comments during the 45-day public review will be considered prior to the adoption of this document, which is currently scheduled for June 2nd, 2022. Please provide your comments directly to the TPO via the contact information on the screen in front of you. I look forward to a flavorful comment period. Thank you to all the participants and taste testers. Back to you, Host Chance.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. And that was an amazing overview. Like I told you, it's going to be scrumptious with a side of greens. That was great information. Our next item on the TIP menu is mouth-watering. It is the Citizens Independent Transportation Trust, also known as the CITT. Representing this item is Carla Damien. Good morning, Carla. Tell the taste testers all about your item on the TIP menu today.
Good morning, Host Chance, and thank you to you and the TPO for helping us present our information that is related to the TIP for the TPO. Next, please. Now, the PTP is funding several TIP projects that is helping to move transportation projects moving forward. It is helping countywide bus service improvements, Metro and Metro Mover infrastructure renewal projects, as well as the development and construction of rapid transit corridors. In addition, surtax dollars are also funding major highway and roadway improvement projects, as well as neighborhood improvements and municipal and transit public works projects. Next, please. So as mentioned before, it is doing several road improvement projects, and here we have a list in the north and south end of the county. And in addition, it also is improving our traffic management system, and you'll be hearing a little more about this from the Department of Transportation and Public Works, who'll be presenting a little bit more on the traffic, what they're doing to keep our traffic moving smoothly. Next, please. The surtax dollars are also helping in neighborhood projects. For instance, we are working with the Department of Transportation and Public Works and doing resurfacing of local roads, enhancing greenways and bikeways, very important to our connectivity in our county, improving pavement markings, roadway lighting, and traffic calming to make our streets safer and moving more smoothly. Next, please. Surtax dollars are also helping to improve our transit system and the SMART plan. And the SMART plan is, as part of the SMART plan, we're also doing putting money towards park and ride facilities that are associated with the smart transit corridors, the transit-oriented development projects, and the network of bus express routes that are going to be complementing the rapid transit corridors. Next, please. As mentioned before, we're also investing into transit, Metro Rail and Metro Mover improvement projects. This includes the complete purchase of all new rail vehicles that you see out. Those are purchased with using surtax funds. We're also doing Metro Rail and Metro Mover improvements on stations, the Metro Rail central control overhaul modernization to improve communications as well, Metro Rail escalator replacement and elevator refurbishments, and even the fare collection system. We invested into that to make your transit trip even better. Next, please. So all these improvements can be found in our 5-year implementation plan of the People's Transportation Plan. And I encourage everyone to take a look at this great document. We update it yearly, and you can find that by going to our website at www.miamidade.gov/CITT. When you go to the homepage, and you'll see that on the bottom of the slide, to the left side of the homepage, you will see a place where it says 5-year plan. Click on that, and it will take you to the page where you can find our 5-year plan. Next, please. I also want to take this opportunity to tell you that we are looking for people who are interested, citizens who are experienced and have an insight into transportation in our community. We're looking for them to volunteer in our trust. We have currently several vacancies that are available, and we are taking applications. So if you're interested and you want to make a difference in our community, please go ahead and submit an application. If we do not have a vacancy currently for your particular district, we will keep it on file, and then we will use it later when there is we'll take a look at it and review it when there is a vacancy available. And you can do that by going to our website again, which is on the screen, and clicking on the member recruitment tab. They'll give you more information, or you can call us at 305-375-1357. Next, please. And we also really welcome you to connect with us on our social media platforms. On Facebook, we are at the Citizens Independent Transportation Plan page. On Twitter, we are at GoCITT. On Instagram, follow us on Transportation Trust. And again, there's our website. Last page, please. Last slide. And I just want to thank the TPO for this great opportunity of sharing our contribution to improving transportation in our county. Thank you.
Thank you, Carla. Thank you. What an amazing presentation and great information as always. Let's see if the TPO Master Chef has any questions from our taste testers about Carla's item. TPO Master Chef?
Yeah, Host Chance, Carla, great presentation, great information. Let's see what we have. Okay, let's see. I'm interested in becoming a trust member. Do you currently have vacancies? And if so, in what districts?
Yes, we do. As mentioned before, we have currently right now vacancies in District 2, which is Monasteem's district, District 11, Commissioner Martinez district, and District 13, Commissioner Garcia's district. So again, if you live in a different district, please just go ahead, always apply, because we are always looking as vacancies open up for interested people who are interested in applying. So go ahead and submit your application. Thank you for the question. I appreciate that.
Of course, we have another one. Here we go. How much money does the surtax generate annually for for transit transportation projects? Good question.
Good question. Yes, a lot of people are interested in knowing that. Generally, the surtax generates over $310 million annually. And over the last 20 years, we have collected over $4 billion that have been invested in transportation projects here locally in our county. So a lot of money that's being put to good use with surtax funds.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Carla. Hey, Host Chance, that's all I have.
All right, all right. Thank you so much, Carla. Our next transportation partner chefs work under one united agency and will be delivering complimentary TIP menu items for us today. I like to call this one the Gemini Special. They are both appetizing and delightful, all at the same time. It's the Miami-Dade County Department of Transportation and Public Works, also known as the DTPW. So get ready, taste testers, for the opportunity to hear from both transportation chefs from DTPW. Let's first start with DTPW Transit, Gia Bain, with her TIP menu item. Good morning, Gia. Please tell us about your item.
Yes, good morning, Host Chance, and thank you for the opportunity to provide you an update on the implementation of the Miami-Dade County Strategic Miami Area Rapid Transit Program, the SMART program. Next slide, please. The SMART program represents a vision for our region that is both strategic and far-reaching, creating a system of multiple transportation options by leveraging existing infrastructure and integrating technology at the highest levels. The program is comprehensive and supports the future population and employment growth. In the next several slides, I will provide you our progress with this program. Next, please. The South Corridor runs 20 miles in length and connects numerous municipalities, which represent some of the fastest growing communities in Miami-Dade County. This corridor extends from the Dateland South Metro Rail Station to the Southwest 344th Street Park and Ride and Transit Terminal in Florida City and provides a mobility connection between the Miami Central Business District and the communities along the corridor. The design-build phase of this project received a notice to proceed on February 2nd, 2021. Currently, the design is about 90% complete. Permitting phase is still ongoing, and construction is about 25% complete. Next, please. The beach corridor connects Miami Design District to downtown Miami and Miami Beach Convention Center. This corridor is developed in 3 sections, with the trunk line as the most advanced section. The trunk line extends 3.8 miles from the existing downtown Metro Mover Almond extension along MacArthur Causeway to 5th Street near Washington Avenue in Miami Beach. In January 2020, the TPO selected elevated rubber tire technology as the locally preferred alternative for the trunk line. The NEPA class of action for the trunk line is environmental assessment. We anticipate completion of the NEPA study in summer this year. Next slide. While the NEPA for the trunk line is ongoing, the county is also negotiating an interim agreement for this section. In October 2020, the Board of County Commissioners approved to begin the interim agreement phase for the beach corridor trunk line with MBM partners. During the interim agreement phase, pre-development work will be conducted to refine the project. Project agreements will also be negotiated during this phase. Currently, pre-development work is about 90% complete, and project agreement negotiations are about 80% complete. Next, please. The East-West Corridor is an 11-mile corridor connecting Tamiami Station to the Miami Intermodal Center at Miami International Airport along State Road 836. The TPO selected bus rapid transit as the locally preferred alternative for this corridor in October 2020. In October 2021, the Phase 1 of the East-West Corridor project was approved into the FTA's Small Starts Project Development Phase. We anticipate submitting the FTA Small Starts package for rating in summer this year and execution of our construction grant agreement with the FTA in summer 2023. Next, please. The Northeast Corridor extends from downtown Miami to the city of Aventura along the existing Florida East Coast railway tracks. The TPO selected passenger commuter rail as the technology for this corridor in March 2021. This project was approved into the FTA New Start project development phase in October 2021. FTA gave documented CADEX as the NEPA class of action for this corridor, and we plan to submit our request to enter engineering phase of the New Starts program by April 2023 and secure New Starts funding in 2024. Next, please. The county is also working closely with FDOT on the implementation of the North Corridor. The North Corridor extends from the existing MLK Metro Rail station and runs along Northwest 27th Avenue to Northwest 215th Street. In June 2020, the county advertised a P3 contract seeking proposals provide a rapid transit solution for the North Corridor. Currently, the procurement is ongoing and under the cone of silence. Bid opening and selection of design-build firm is anticipated in fall this year. We plan to begin the interim agreement phase of this project in winter 2022 upon the board's approval of the selection. Next slide. Last but not the least, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our local stakeholders for these projects, CITT, FDOT, and of course our host, the TPO, for the support and partnership in delivering this important program. Thank you. That concludes my presentation.
Thank you, Gia. Thank you so much. Wonderful presentation, wonderful information. Want to thank you so much for that. So right now, we'll go to our TPO Master Chef to see if there's any questions for my taste testers about Gia's item.
Let's see, Host Chance. And Gia, that is amazing information. So excited to see the SMART plan moving into a SMART program implementation. That's what it's all about. So excited to be supporting you all in your efforts. Let's see. All right, here we have one. When will the construction for the Northeast and the East-West corridors be completed?
Thank you for that question. As I mentioned in my presentation, we already entered into the project development phase of the FTA's CIG program for both corridors. And based on the current schedule, we anticipate completion of the construction of the Northeast corridor in 2027. And the same timeline actually apply for the East-West corridor. We anticipate completion of the construction in 2027 and begin of revenue service in the same year.
Well, that's great. I mean, I know it's 2022, but that's right around the corner. You know how time flies. So that's awesome. That's great to hear. All right, let's see. All right. What is the proposed frequency for the Northeast Corridor commuter rail? That's a good question.
Well, thank you for the question. So the Northeast Corridor commuter rail will provide a peak frequency of 30 minutes. Okay, so the peak frequency will be 30 minutes, and it will be for both directions, both the southbound and the northbound. For the off-peak, the service will be about 60 minutes during the off-peak period. And so the same frequency will also apply. The 60-minute frequency will also apply to the weekend service on Saturday and Sundays.
Wow, wonderful. Thank you, Gia. That is wonderful information. Host Chance, that's all I have.
Well, that's a lot. That was great information, great questions. Thank you so much, TPO Master Chef. Thank you so much, Gia. And now, taste testers, let's hear from our second transportation partner, Chef Frank Ira, representing the DTPW Public Works TIP menu item. Good morning, Frank. Please tell us all about your item today.
Good morning, Host Chance. Thank you for having me here today to be able to speak on the Advanced Traffic Management System. Next slide. The county is embarking through the Department of Transportation and Public Works, through the Traffic Signals Division. We are embarking on initiating a new project to upgrade the traffic management system to a state-of-the-art system. The county has been coordinating traffic signals since 1976, and we have gone through certain a couple versions of technology, and now we are implementing the latest technology to be able to improve travel for everyone, bicyclists, pedestrians, bus riders, and as always, drivers. Next slide. Next slide. The county's project is going to upgrade the 3,000 signals that currently exist and signals that are being planned and developed to be able to monitor them, control them, and integrate them with all modes of travel. Next slide. The project is based on 3 tasks that are going in. First is the development of a new central software and the deployment of new controllers throughout the county. The new controllers are state-of-the-art, modern-day controllers that are replacing the 1980 version controllers that have been out at the intersections controlling traffic for the last 30 years. We are also implementing new detection systems, essentially eyes and ears for the traffic signals to know what is going on, what's coming, and who's leaving the intersection so that they operate more efficiently and respond more timely to changes in traffic at the intersections. All this also comes in with an engineering component. We're harnessing the power of the software, the controllers, and the detection systems to try to engineer a system that knows what's occurring, can predict what's going to happen, and be able to adapt the traffic signals to better move traffic and people when events are occurring, when accidents occur, when backups occur. We're creating a smart system that's able to see what's going on and respond to what is happening in traffic. Next slide. So why is this all important? Over the last 20 years, everyone has seen this incredible growth in technology. We went from pagers to smartphones in 2 decades. And the power that we hold in our hands is incredible nowadays when we walk around with a smartphone. The county infrastructure is being upgraded to be part of all that smart technology, to be able to be communicating and connecting people and vehicles and systems together so that they understand how to travel throughout Miami-Dade County in the most efficient way, from whether you're getting on a bus to your car to crossing the streets. This system is going to be integral to being able to give information to all users throughout the system. Next slide. These benefits are important because the more we know, the better the system operates. We are going to be able to optimize the operations of not only the signals, but also of bus services and train services, as well as what happens on the highways where you don't have signals. We are optimizing operations across the various modes and methods of travel. This is going to improve the overall performance of the travel network and how transportation achieves its most efficient and effective way of traveling. This is going to bring together the resources of everyone, from transit to the turnpike to MDX to FDOT and their roads, as well as what's going on with people in the urban centers where they're moving, where they're traveling. This system allows us to collect data and information, and more importantly, to help people understand what is happening with transportation and how they can move smoothly from one part of the county to another part of the county. The traffic management system is not simply a signal system. It is a system of information and data that's going to touch everyone across all platforms and help people understand how to move throughout the county. Next slide. Thank you for having us here today. For G and me, I appreciate the chance to be able to present our projects. If you have any questions, our contact information is currently being shown. We welcome questions. We welcome people learning about our projects. So Host Chance, thank you for having us, and thank you for letting me give you a quick bite of our dish.
So thank you, Frank. Thank you. That was great information. I hope everybody was able to digest that. And if you have any questions, please send it to us. But right now, let's see if the TPO Master Chef has any questions from our taste testers about Frank's item. TPO Master Chef?
Thank you, Host Chance. And Frank, let me tell you, what amazing work you all are doing for the county. So much traffic. These signals are so important. So kudos to you and your team. You guys are heroes and rock stars. Let me see what I have. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we have a couple of questions. All right, here they are. When will the replacement of the controllers and installation of additional detection systems begin?
That's already started. We are initiating the deployment of the new controllers as well as detection systems. The first dozen of these have been deployed. We're working out some of the bugs that comes along with plugging in something new into something old, but we're ready. We're ready to run with it. And in the next year, we'll have at least 500 more intersections that are running the new system.
Wonderful, wonderful. And let's see. Okay, you mentioned this project will improve mobility for all modes of transportation. So, what do you believe will be the greatest benefit to drivers in the county?
The information that they will be able to receive on what is happening while they're driving. Vehicles are getting smarter. They're connecting more to information, and this system will allow not only drivers, but also cyclists, also people on public transportation to have updates as to what's happening on the roads and what information they need to understand how long it's going to take them to get somewhere. We're trying to empower people with information so that decisions on transportation can be more easily made. And this system is going to be very important in being able to bring together data and information for everyone.
Wonderful. Well, I'll tell you, Frank, our car tells me what to do all the time. I mean, it's crazy how smart these cars are getting. But I think that's it. That's all we have, Frank. Wonderful information. Host Chance, that's it for Frank.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you again, TPO Master Chef. Our next item on the TIP menu is relishing, and it's refreshing. You might want to savor the taste. It's the Miami-Dade County Parks, Recreation, and Open Spaces, also known as PROS. Representing this item is Alyssa Turtle Town. Good afternoon, Alyssa. Please tell the taste testers about your item on the TIP menu this afternoon.
Good afternoon. It's my pleasure to be here and at this exciting time in the TIP and to share with the team and the group and the public the Ludlam Trail. Next slide. The Ludlam Trail is anticipated to be a 5.6-mile shared use path extending from approximately Northwest 7th Street to Southwest 80th Street between 69th and 70th Avenues. It travels through areas of unincorporated Miami-Dade County and the city of Miami. Next. The Ludlam Trail is part of the Miami Loop, which is a critical part of Miami-Dade County's Greenway network. The Miami Loop is made up of the Ludlam Trail, the Underline, the Miami River Trail, and the Perimeter Trail along Miami International Airport. Next. Some milestones that have already been achieved for the Ludlam Trail include a CDMP amendment, which established the land use of the trail and 3 development node areas in 2017. In December of 2018, the county completed right-of-way acquisition for the Ludlam Trail corridor areas. In 2019, a zoning approval established the corridor district zoning classification, and we are anticipating the completion of the Ludlam Trail PD&E, or Project Development and Environment Study, this year in fall of 2022. That is the current phase of the project, the PD&E study. Next. The Ludlam Trail, as I mentioned, extends from Southwest 80th Street to Northwest 7th Street. Within that, there are 3 areas of private development. located on the north and south sides of Bird Road, the north and south sides of Coral Way, and between Southwest 8th Street and Southwest 12th Street. Within those 3 development node areas, the trail will be continuous through a public access easement, which will allow the trail in those areas to be available, as it will be in the remainder of the corridor, publicly accessible 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And the entire trail will be continuous throughout the corridor from Northwest 7th to Southwest 80th Street. Next slide, please. Through a traffic study done in the PD&E, we have identified 11 at-grade crossings that will be developed for pedestrian and bicycle and non-motorized uses for safe crossings and continuous use of the corridor at these 11 locations. Next. In addition, there are 4 bridges or pedestrian overpasses that are planned for the project, located at West Flagler Street, Southwest 8th Street, Southwest 24th Street, and Southwest 40th Street. Those will be for pedestrian, bicycle, and non-motorized uses, and to provide a continuous trail in a north-south direction. Next slide. In addition, there are 2 canal bridges, one located adjacent to A.D. Barnes Park over the Coral Gables Canal, and the other adjacent to Robert King High Park at the Tamiami Canal. At this time, we have completed 30% preliminary concept plans as part of the PD&E phase. And once the PD&E is completed, we will be launching into the final design and then subsequently the construction phase. Next slide. As part of the PD&E study, we have developed the typical trail section, which includes a 10-foot wide pedestrian pathway, which part of that is a 2-foot wide soft surface natural path for pedestrians and joggers. There will be a 12-foot wide bidirectional bicycle path, so 6 feet wide in each direction. In most places, the pedestrian and bicycle paths will be separated by a landscaped buffer, and the trail generally runs along the center of the trail corridor. There will be connections to adjacent community features via 10-foot wide multi-use pathways. Next. We have some renderings for the project, and keep in mind these are conceptual at this time. We have not completed the final or the formal design process. These are conceptual based at the PD&E level, but this shows what the bicycle and pedestrian pathways could look like with the separated landscape buffer and the soft surface natural jogging path adjacent to the pedestrian pathway. Next slide. In some areas, the bicycle and pedestrian trails will be directly adjacent to each other as the trail approaches street crossings or development node areas. Next. This is an example of one of the at-grade street crossings. Next. And an example of what one of the overpass pedestrian bridges could look like. As I mentioned, we have not embarked on design of the bridges. This is conceptual at this time, but it gives you an idea of what the bridges may look like as they cross over Flagler Street, Southwest 8th, 24th Street, and Bird Road. Next slide. The trail will include lighting. As I mentioned, it's available and open for use by the public 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The lighting will be designed as to not impact adjacent private properties, but will provide safety lighting for trail users. Next. In addition, there are a few shelters planned throughout the trail, which will provide places for trail users to stop and enjoy the linear park, as well as shelter from sun and rain and environmental conditions. Next. There is a lot of information available on the Ludlam Trail Project website. I encourage you to take a look. We have the PD&E documents available, all of the renderings, and 15% project plans are available, as well as presentations, recorded presentations from public meetings that have been held. In addition, there is a way to contact the project team via the website with any questions. And with that, I say thank you and open it up to any questions.
Well, thank you, Alyssa. Thank you so much. What an amazing presentation and amazing rendering. So thank you so much. Let's see if the TPO Master Chef has any questions from our taste testers about Alyssa's item.
Host Chance, thank you. And Alyssa, this is an amazing project. Listen, I was born and raised in South Miami, and I went to South Miami Elementary, which is right on the trail. And I could go into many stories about all of that. We thought the train that went across there, we went through there, was a ghost train, the whole thing. So this is really cool to see so many years later how what you all are doing. Absolutely amazing. So let me see if we have any questions. All right, when will it be open to the public?
At this time, the trail is anticipated to be completed by 2030. There will be segments of it that are completed prior to that, as the construction is anticipated to be completed in phases. And in addition, the trail in the development node areas will likely be available for public use even sooner than the other recreational trail segments.
Okay. And then let's see, here's another one. I'm a cyclist. Will I be able to ride straight through without interruptions from Northwest 7th Street to Southwest 80th Street once the project is complete?
Yes, the trail is planned to be continuous from Northwest 7th Street to Southwest 80th Street, including the 4 bridge overpasses and 11 street crossings. So yes, the trail will be continuous and without any gaps, no gaps, from Southwest 7th Street to Southwest 80th Street, or Northwest 7th Street to Southwest 80th Street once the construction is fully completed.
That is amazing. I look forward, as the Master Chef, I'm looking forward to riding along this and taking a look. So thank you, Alyssa, so much. That's all the questions I have, Host Chance. Thank you both.
All right, Alyssa, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. TPO Master Chef, thank you so much for those great questions, and Alyssa, thank you for those great answers. Our last item on the TIP menu is sugar-coated with flavor. It's the South Florida Regional Transportation Authority, also known as the SFRTA. Representing this item is Victor Garcia. Good afternoon, Victor. Please tell the taste testers about your item on the TIP menu this afternoon.
Good afternoon, Host Chance, and it's my pleasure to serve your dessert for the afternoon, and it is my favorite part of a meal. Thank you for having us. We're excited to always be part of this group and to share with you some of the work that we have updated here at the TIP. Next slide, please. As we should already know, just a little brief on the system. Tri-Rail runs the service between Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami-Dade counties. A great alternative to I-95, as we've seen it gotten a lot more congested over the past few months throughout this pandemic. With 18 stations, we've been running now for 32 and a half, actually 33 years by the summer. Full schedule is back since October of last year. It was modified briefly due to the pandemic. It's back to its 50 train, 30 weekdays, weekend trains. Basically 20, 30-minute headways during peak hours Monday through Friday, and hourly service on weekends. 15,000 was our daily weekday ridership, 6,500 weekend prior to the pandemic. Right now, Tri-Rail ridership is about 11,000, so we are slowly but definitely getting back to normal as far as ridership goes. Next slide, please. So getting into some of the work that we've been done, that has been done recently with relation to the tip, the security cameras have begun the process of getting installed at Tri-Rail stations. We're actually going from north to south, but we expect it to be completed with this project in the next couple of months. This will be cameras installed at the platforms on the stations. And this is all part of phase 1 of this project. Phase 2 will expand to having it in parking lots and stairwells and other areas of the station. And that's expected to occur in the next couple of years. But we're excited to share that in the next couple of months, we're going to see cameras in the TIP stations at some of the platforms. Also, one of the projects we've had to work on is, if you all recall, at the Miami Airport Station, we have issues whenever it rains with the escalators. Greatly, we have funding in place to have those worked on, and there's currently in design phase to get that done. So we're glad to have that happen. And something more, just a little more far-reaching, we are working with our partners at Miami-Dade Department of Transportation and Public Works to get mobile ticketing onto the Tri-Rail app, and this will provide monthly, regional, and one-way passes, as well as weekend passes for passengers to be able to utilize the system. So next slide. Also part of the TIP, we have the Mr. Mickey project. This is, if you recall, the only part of the Tri-Rail tracks on the South Florida Rail Corridor that have not been double tracked. So obviously by getting this completed, we will have it fully double tracked, which will help create, relieve some of the bottlenecking that we have in that segment where there's only one track of rail. The final design and construction is being completed by the Florida Department of Transportation, District 4, and we're happy to have that at the stage where we're almost completed. Next slide, please. And this is not part of the tip, but felt the need to share, as you all have been following in the news. We have been working with our partners at Brightline to remediate some issues at the Miami Central Station to get Tri-Rail's trains to fit. And it was shared in the last SFRTA board meeting with a tentative schedule that has us estimated to having Tri-Rail trains rolling into Miami Central in November of 2022. So we're super excited about that. And continue to work hard, as this is one of our top priority items at this time. Next slide. And you can continue to follow us, whether it be the website, we're on social with more information and updates on all things Tri-Rail. Once again, thank you all for having me, and I'll be hanging around for questions.
Again, Victor, thank you so much. Great information, great presentation, very exciting news. Right now, we're going to go to our TPO Master Chef and see if there's any questions for you, Vic. TPO Master Chef, any questions?
Yeah, thank you, Host Chance and Victor. Thank you so much for that great information. You all provide great relief to the traffic congestion along 95. I take it myself, so thank you so much. Let's see what we have. Okay, oh, there's one. Okay, why wasn't the Okay, here it is. Why wasn't the corridor double tracked across the Miami River Bridge when it was done to the entire corridor?
That's a great question. And yeah, we have, so this, I mean somebody's been paying attention. The segment 5 projects, which is what we call when we had the entire corridor double track. At the time, we could not do it over the Miami River Bridge because it's a historic bridge and it required a lot more environmental studies before we can actually do so. So yes, that's the main reason why. I would have loved to have it done all at the same time. That was really the intent, but yeah, that was the delay.
Well, that makes complete sense. Okay, all right. And then we have one more. Will the mobile passes on the Tri-Rail app be usable on other transit systems?
Yes, that is a good question. And yes, just like you currently could use an Easy Card on Tri-Rail and Miami-Dade Transit, the mobile app will work similarly because it will have the ability for you to upload a regional monthly pass, which is good on both systems. So the answer to that is yes. For future project, we are looking at possibly integrating the other systems that we also interlace with, meaning Broward and the Palm Beach. Not for this moment, but for right now, at the very least, the mobile pass will act as a regular Easy Card if you're a regular tri-rail rider right now.
Wow, that's fantastic. And yes, once Broward and Palm Beach come on board, no pun intended, that's going to be fantastic for everyone. All right, excellent, Victor. Always great to see you. Thank you so much. Host Chance, that's all I got for both of you.
Thank you. Thank you again, Victor. Great presentation. Great answers. TPO Master Chef, great questions. Well, as I look down the menu, looks like it's full. Wow, I can't believe it. Wow. What a full menu of TIP items. Well, we have come to the end of our TIP lunch together. There were so many delicious transportation items on this menu. So now, let me take this time to say thank you to all of our taste testers and transportation partner chefs who joined us today to provide information on projects in the TPO's TIP. Remember, if you have any questions or comments on the TIP, please email us at information@mdtpo.org. Or you can pick up the phone, you can call us at 305-375-1888. You can find the TIP at www.miami-dade-tpo.org. What's that? You want more? Well, we'll give you more. Are you not entertained? I'm sorry. I always wanted to say Woosah. We have part 2. Save the date. April 26th, with 5 more transportation partner chefs. As you see on this flyer, just hold up your phone and take a picture of the QR code and register right now. You don't have to wait for tomorrow. You can do it right now. In fact, the link has been added in the chat, so you can register to attend. We want to make it easy for you. If you enjoyed this Taste of Transportation special edition as much as I did, share it with your friends, your family, your coworkers, as it will be available on the TPO's YouTube channel along with our past Taste of Transportation events. Again, you don't want to miss April 26th, TIP Part 2 edition. As a matter of fact, you don't want to miss any of our Taste of Transportation lunch series. Everyone can view all of our lunch series again and again on TPO's YouTube channel. We hope to see you at the next Taste of Transportation TIP Part 2 edition, April 26th. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Hope you enjoy lunch.